Great. Well, congratulations on the film. I saw it last night. Just been such a massive response to it.
Thank you.
Very
Thank you very much.
It must have been a long road for you from getting cast in the film to quite a long production, and then even just the journey to Australia is quite long. Is it exciting to be a point where people can see all the work that you've been doing?
Yeah, you know what? It really is. We all put so much into this movie, and we cared so much about every single little detail, and we were there, even when we didn't need to be there on days. And so it really matters a year and a half for me after finishing shooting that we finally get to show everyone this movie. We care about it. This is our story that we spend a lot of time and care telling, and now we get to show everyone else.
I loved in this film that Superman had a journey that I think is very relatable to a lot of people, and a bit of an identity crisis. Where do I come from? What is my purpose in this world? Is that kind of how you approached it, to humanize him a bit?
Yes, but we all did that through the script writing, and it's in the comic books anyway. In past live action, it's always been taken for granted that he's, this vulnerable alien saving cats from trees, and of course he's going to do the right thing. It was never put into question as why he does the right thing, or what if he didn't, or okay, this guy has lived a certain life which must have been quite lonely, and these are all aspects which just haven't been asked before, and through asking them, we immediately provide a human angle to this incredible being.
Absolutely, and that really, really comes across.
What's the S stand for?
It's not an S. On my world, it means hope.
Well, here it's an S. How about...
Sure.
There's quite a lot of iconic moments for you in this film. Very, I guess, gifable I would call it, in the Superman suit. Was there any particular scene you really enjoyed filming?
I enjoyed so many scenes. Like, every day was actually great. I mean, there was a couple of really uncomfortable days.
In the cold.
Yes, in the cold, under a helicopter in Vancouver in winter. Not to be repeated, hopefully. But I really enjoyed the Smallville set in Plano. There was something very cool about it, how we completely sort of wrecked that avenue, and we completely took over the town, and everyone was so supportive there. And yeah, there was just something about it, and I liked the heat as well. Maybe that was part of my character, sort of just feeding off the sun. But I really enjoyed those Plano days.
Yes, the sun does make you happier.
Yeah.
And also, how comfortable was the suit? You had to spend quite a bit of time in it.
Yes, I did have to spend quite a bit of time in it. The suit wasn't incredibly comfortable, but they went to great lengths to make sure it was as functional as possible. And it's one of those things, the cons do not outweigh the pros at all. Yeah. And I got to wear a Superman suit every day, and the suit had this magnificent energy to it. So it was okay. Yes, slightly uncomfortable every now and then, but you know what? Who cares?
Yeah. And in the mindset of Superman, you'd be like, Superman wouldn't notice this.
Right, exactly.
Absolutely. Now, your love of video games is on record, and there'll be a lot of fanboys very excited to see the film, if they haven't already. I read a study the other week that 66% of millennials identify geeks as being a positive attribute.
Great.
Yes. Do you think being a geek is a good thing? A geek is a good thing?
100%. I think it's had a negative connotation because of, it being an insult for kids in school or whatever who weren't, the sporty, popular ones. But you can be sporty and be a geek. It's one thing which people don't realize. And geek, it has a negative connotation, but it shouldn't do. It just means someone who loves those kind of things. And those kind of things I do love. And, I'm very glad that 66% say it's positive. It's good. Let's try and get it up to 100.
That was a bit of a leading question because I took a test and I am a geek, so I just wanted to confirm that it was good.
Good.
Now, whenever it happens, if it happens, Lex Luther might be popping up. We know a sequel's been greenlit. Are you looking forward to whenever it does happen, facing off against Superman's arch enemy?
If all of this does go ahead, Lex is one of the villains, which, I'm assuming, considering the references in the movie, he will at least have a presence at one stage or another. I think it would be very interesting, yes.
Can you suggest to Zach John Hamm? I think John Hamm would make it.
Oh, you think?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I may put in a word.
From here, I guess the sequel has been greenlit. Does that mean you have to kind of clear your schedule coming up?
If the sequel has been greenlit, which I'm not too sure if it has. I mean, don't believe everything you read on the internet. It's not all true. I know, it's weird, isn't it? I have another movie coming up called The Man from U.N.C.L.E. With Guy Ritchie directing and Armie Hammer as the co-lead.
Fantastic, yes. And when's that coming out?
When is it coming out? I have no idea when it's coming out. We start shooting later this year, yeah.
Excellent.
Thank you very much.
I hope you get to enjoy Australia while you're here.
Thank you so much. It's been a real pleasure.
Cheers.
Take care.
Cheers.